Right now, this realm is at a great clash, a great time for humanity to ascend. And we have been handing out this choice for cycles forever and ever. Humanity used to live in higher states of consciousness before. But unfortunately, because we are forgotten progressively over the generations as we started to evolve, we now believe and we now have a descending state of consciousness and see ourselves separated from one another. It's time for us to awaken and to come back to our senses. Not believe in the senseless wars, giving to the senseless anger that we have for one another, the fear as well that we have to one another. It's important to actually just be present and conscious that we are all one. Hey guys, we are all here. We are God itself. Why do we still believe into the idea of the illusion of separation that only just entertain our own suffering? The world is sufficiently abundant for everybody to be able to exist and express themselves in the way they want. It's really important to stay centered and anchored and act on your highest passion. Because what is the point? What is the purpose of living entire lives of suffering? You're just only prolongating the cycle of reincarnation and coming back over and over to learn about the same lesson until you transcend them. You need to be able to realize that you can truly, and I mean truly, ascend from this world. You see, all these teachers, the Buddha, Jesus, even the Prophet from Islam, they came to teach a lesson, the same lesson over and over. And it's to raise the consciousness, elevate back the consciousness towards oneness, towards unity. Because at the higher mind, everything is united. You stop seeing life in duality, the good or bad. You're taking more notice of things are just happening. And the meaning behind the things that are happening is just part of your perspective that you bring to it. But otherwise, things just happen without meaning. What I'm trying to convey here as a message and show you is to realize that life is just a waking dream. I'm gonna give you an example. Are you able to remember how you were brought into this world, how you were born into this world? More often than not, you do not remember. Perhaps you started becoming conscious around 2 to 3 years old, so your earliest memories are around that space, right? So I'm gonna make a parallel with your dream when you are in a sleeping state. Are you able to truly notice how a dream starts? Generally speaking, when you are in a dream state, you notice that you are dreaming in the middle of it. You never know how it begins, but you often know how it ends, and you leave the realm when you were and realize that you are dreaming. And that's when the dream can often become lucid, so you control it easily, it becomes more fluid, you manifest faster, or you just wake up. What I'm trying to tell you is, where are we right now? What prevents us from seeing that you exist in a dream and you can create pretty much anything that you want, whatever your imagination wants you to create? People take life so seriously, they become identified with their own thoughts and their own attachment and identity they built for themselves while losing themselves in the process. They do not realize that they have the power to absolutely create the dream of their lives whenever they want it, at any moment. They just need to take commitment. They just need to basically become open and connected to all that is. Jesus didn't come to start a religion. He came to awaken the God that is within us. And if you look closely in the Bible, I'm going to put the Bible verses where he said that. There are multiple verses where he says that God is within us, not outside of us, not only him, but within each and every single quantum particle that makes up this universe.